people, which is for my French viewers. I'm in a guitar shop. It's Grover Jackson's something. Wait a second. Shop, and that's Jeff.
Howdy.
Jeff Jackson?
No, not even close. Please don't insult me.
Okay, so you're like a marketing dude, so you're my kind of person that I have to talk to when it comes to guitar things, right?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely the authority on all things guitar.
So if I wanted to get one of those really nice Metro Ds from Friedman, then I have to schmooze up to you, right?
Yeah, I can help you out. I know a couple people.
Nice. So, what the? Okay, fine. There's also Grover Jackson right here, who builds them, but he can't do anything for me, so I gotta talk to the marketing guy.
Talk to the marketing
guy. You know? I mean, if I kiss your ass, that's not gonna do me any good.
Only in a private moment, my friend.
So, yeah, go and you...
Okay, I'm gonna do marketing things, bye.
Gonna do marketing things. What kind of marketing things is he gonna do in here?
He can get a broom.
So this is what a Metro D, which is the, I'm gonna call it single cut from Friedman, looks like before it looks like something.
Yep.
I met Dave at the Musikproduktiv trade show in November, and there was a black one, all beat up, which is normal.
Yep.
I don't like black guitars. I really wanted that.
Yeah.
And then that mofo back there behind the camera, he sold it to someone else.
Well, there you go. We make more. We make as many as you like.
I saw purple guitars. What do you think about purple? Because apparently
it's not me, but they look pretty good. You're talking about the Relic T's?
The Relic T was insane. The Relic T. I'm gonna put a picture in right now because I have a personal message from Peter Ahrens with that picture. But they also showed me a Metro D in a more lavender than purple.
Oh, okay.
Like
that was a one-off.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Also really nice. So this is where you work.
This is where
you and how many people work here? Not just you.
This a total is 9 of us in total. Some part-time, some full-time. We're not working here today, as I told you before. The CNC machine went down, and I'm waiting for a repair guy to come in and fix it. So it's very quiet in here.
But that's good.
Yeah.
Come a little bit closer, Dennis. By the way, the person behind the camera is Dennis, the person that some of you retards, said, "Oh my God, he's so rude because he interrupted us." Dave and me at Musikproduktiv. It was a joke. You guys were like, "Well, who's a rude drunk guy?" Well, rude, nah, and drunk, nah. So Dennis is a good friend. You were wrong. It was all an act. Much of this, same thing. In case you don't know this, why are you watching this? So I like that it's quiet in here.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't. It means I'm not earning any money, but that's a different story.
Well, so sometimes you gotta Netflix and chill. Is that what they say?
Yep.
I don't know what that means. I just read that somewhere. It means doing it, I guess. So Metro D. Mm-hmm. What else? We have the T model. We have the Vintage S.
Some classic T's, which is another new model.
I just played one of those at the shop earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you know what I think when the camera's off.
Uh-oh, that sounds bad.
we discussed in the shop. It was pretty.
Uh-huh.
And I loved the neck shape.
Mm-hmm.
What we were discussing is, if you go and make a classic T,
mm-hmm.
it's pointless to make one like everyone else. Because
there was a specific reason that was made that way. One of the customers, a large customer, actually requested it. So it wasn't something that I think we had any designs or intentions on, but the large customer said, "Will you make this for us?"
Okay.
They were replacing something and needed a product that was a replacement, and we said, "Heck yeah, we can throw a spin on that."
Because if you go ahead and you make one just like the Big F and everyone else,
mm-hmm.
I can buy that from them.
Sure you
can. So the Friedman needs to distinguish itself,
mm-hmm.
and that V-shaped neck is something that I don't think I would get on a Fender or anything else. It feel also the feel of the neck. Was a little bit more, I'm gonna say, rough or open poured.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that. So, well, I mean, but you know we all love your stuff. I mean,
Thank you.
So it's,
Thank you.
Do we even have to, should I say it a couple more times?
The thing about a classic tee is that, I mean, that's where I started, you know, James Burton behind Ricky Nelson on the Ozzie and Harriet show. And so the Telecaster style guitars, traditional classic
Let's go coming
big
home.
thing for me. Yeah.
I don't know if these people behind the camera and stuff communicate things to you. I've had my...
I'm antisocial.
Oh. Same here. I don't do Instagram.
Nope.
And when I do, look at him laughing because look at Jeff laughing because Jeff is criticizing my Instagram game.
I think it's great. I think it's great.
I have strong Instagram game. Once a year during NAMM, and then
I can't believe you put your whole face on there.
That's the one picture where you have my face. Usually it's just tabletops. If I did an Instagram from here, it would probably be like the floor, like, oh, look at Robert Jackson's shop. That's what I do. What I was going to say, Instagram. Oh, communicate to you. I took home a red vintage S. Been using it and playing it all year.
Good.
And love it.
Thank you.
It's definitely one of my favorite guitars in the studio. It's been in countless videos. One of the main guitars I use for my Thomann pedal demos. And everyone that kind of like comes through the studio, it's one of the guitars they really want to play. And
that's great.
They just don't want to let it go. And just earlier, Harry and Dave, hello guys, in a chat with friends on Facebook, they were talking about guitars, and Harry and Dave were like, oh, we're really gassing for Azure. But then Harry was like, yeah, but that Friedman is just, that's the one I want.
That's great.
Dave can't say that because he already has one.
The thing for me is that I think, and I've said this before, when you get to a certain level of the craft, there really isn't better and worse.
There's
difference,
yes.
You know.
In that price range,
one speaks to you and one doesn't, and then the one that didn't speak to you speaks to somebody else. And I think when you get to a certain level, you're sort of buying the maker rather than the guitar. You're buying,
absolutely.
You're buying John Suhr, you're buying Tom Anderson, you're buying Dave Friedman and myself, and you're buying the person and their sort of take on it, and the nuances that come with how that particular set of makers view this thing. Because you're right, a Telecaster is a Telecaster. Well, I think ours are a little different. They look the same. If you put ours next to a Fender custom shop guitar, you'd say, they're both Telecasters. If you play them, you'd say, they're not the same.
Oh, absolutely. They're different.
Yeah.
There's definitely
so that's sort of the reason for doing something that seems to be kind of very close to a traditional Fender, is that we're still, even though it sort of visually looks the same, when you pick it up, you go, well, I don't know, there's somehow, this is different.
It's a Friedman.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The other thing, compared to Anderson or some other brands, is that the Friedman guitars that I picked up feel very familiar. I always said like your new old best friend. Partially because of the aging.
Yep.
But I don't think it's only that.
It's not.
And I just saw some pictures. I mean, this is coming out after NAMM, so I can probably say that, of some guitars that look a little bit more modern and high glossy and not aged. And I'm really curious to see if those guitars also have that familiarity without the aging.
Yes.
So that's going to be very interesting. And let's talk about a couple of things I noticed in the shop earlier, and something that I want to know, because I'm going to be honest. Sorry, McMull guys. The guys from McMull make amazing guitars. They have an amazing Tele called the Heartbreaker with two P90s. And when I got the picture from Peter with that purple classic T, I sent that to Amit from McMull, said, do you have that color? Because they make like a $7,000 Tele. Right. And I was like, well, could you make that color? And then we were just goofing around with a couple of ideas or specs. Not that they're building the guitar, because it's very expensive. My question is, yeah, that one. See, that one, that way I don't actually have to. Is that in focus, Dennis? What do you know?
What do I know?
Dennis doesn't.
I'm going to change this.
can always send you the photo, and you can just.
I have actually that photo I don't have. Yeah, that guitar. Then I was thinking, I'm a big fan of dark necks. We just had that discussion about Wenge.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be Wenge. Primarily, I like rosewood. I have a Modern Eagle rosewood neck and fretboard, and love that guitar. And I just had Uwe Schultz from Tone Folks built me an offset jack thing with a rosewood neck and fretboard. The neck's been imported to Germany in '62. So that's
Wow.
That's some nice wood right there. He's got some nice wood, if you know
Yep.
what I mean. Get it. Okay. So I like dark necks. Have you ever seen a guitar with a rosewood neck but a maple fretboard?
I haven't, but I would direct your attention to that big dirty pile over in the corner.
Yes.
That's-
Show the dirty pile. Show Grover's dirty pile.
That's Indian rosewood lumber that came into this country in 1983.
Why is it in the corner and not in very expensive
Well,
guitars?
we keep taking pieces out and making that's what our fingerboards are made out of.
Do you have a piece big enough for a neck?
Yes, I do.
See, now we gotta talk, because you know wood. Why hasn't someone done that?
Fender has made some rosewood instruments, but it's kind of expensive to do a solid rosewood neck.
Yeah, but
you cannot buy it. I think it's actually against Indian law to export rosewood lumber. Everything that comes out of India in terms of rosewood today has to come out as a manufactured part, whether it's a rosewood fingerboard blank or what. But you can't buy lumber anymore.
So it's got to be already kind of shaped.
Yes.
But my point is, there are guitars with rosewood necks, and then they very likely have rosewood fingerboards.
Yeah.
But I've never seen rosewood neck with a maple fingerboard.
We can do that. Sure.
Is there a reason why we haven't seen that from anyone? Is it possible that I mean, we have, of course, rosewood fingerboard and maple neck is the standard.
Well,
if you reverse it, tonally, what would we expect?
Because I think the maple is considered more of a utility wood, and the rosewood is an exotic wood. So why would you want to put it in a sort of garden variety material on as the playing surface, and the back of the neck as the exotic material? It's just sort of,
Well, for me, because the rosewood neck guitars that I have are all phenomenal instruments.
Okay.
In terms of sustain and the frequency response, it's all right there.
Right.
Why would I want a maple fretboard? It would just be something, I think, visual that we haven't seen. Now imagine that, a nice bird's eye fretboard. Bird's eye for the neck is problematic because bird's eye does warp. For fretboards,
a lot of tension,
for
stress
fretboard,
and tension in the material. Yeah.
So I think it would just be a beautiful concept, which I can't see why it wouldn't work. I know that all the
I'm sure it would.
That all the rosewood.
I don't think I've ever done it. I can't remember ever doing that, but we can make that. Yeah.
See, but that would be an interesting concept.
Write that order up.
Now, what body wood and top would you combine that with?
Body wood. Well, I'm into the really lightweight stuff. I mean, I just think it sounds better,
Oh, that Metro D I was holding that had an alder body? Was it alder?
Yes. Yeah.
Ultra light. Like, you really don't expect that at all.
Yeah.
You look at these and you think, oh, that's a single cut mahogany, and
£9.
it weighed nothing.
Yeah.
And oh my God, did it rock! It was so raw, so rough in its.
Yeah.
It wasn't at all. I expected a Les Paul with all the mahogany, ploppy attack. It had nothing of that. It was just the rawest rock tone through. I think I was playing through the BE or something. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Very, very nice guitar.
Thank you.
Now the question is, would we put that on a Metro D body, or would it be?
Oh.
I can see that working.
That the material is all. It's what we would call fat 4/4, so it's not a full 5/4 material. To do a Metro D neck out of that, it would have to be a 3-piece neck.
Okay.
Instead of a 2-piece neck. All the Metro Ds are 2-piece center seam. We take 2 pieces of flat sawn, flip it up so you get quarter sawn, 2-piece quarter sawn center seam neck. It's more stable, I think. But it requires 2 pieces of 8/4, and I don't have 8/4 rosewood. It's all fat 4/4. But we could do a 3-piece neck, sure. And what kind of, it would be heavy, so I would suggest putting it on a lightweight body.
Okay.
Alder, basswood.
With a nice flamey something top.
Could.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
That could be a very, very original guitar.
I would almost not put it on a flamey body. I'd put it on a solid color body, because you already have this interest item of the exotic neck, and now you got flame material, and all of a sudden its attention came
you're
on
right.
shoppers.
You're right.
You know, it becomes too garish.
The neck and the fretboard should be the center of attention and not.
Correct.
Yep.
That's what I would think.
Yep,
So I'd put it on a black body or
That
something.
makes sense.
Kind of like a bad sweater.
Kind of like a bad. What? Bad sweaters? Wait, I don't know. What?
I don't either. You lost us.
Jeff, what? You mean awesome. MrGoogle.com, link below. You get 20% off with the coupon code in the description. That's how we do that.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jeff. That's why the marketing guy is helping. That's the other kind of mahogany, right?
It's not a true Sweetenia, which would be mahogany, but it's very mahogany-like.
Nick Huber talked about where was it from? I think it was India. No, a Japanese wood.
Nara.
That could be it. Incredibly light, and something that they build kimono safes out of.
Wow. Okay.
Because apparently it doesn't burn.
Okay.
He said it's a wood. It is incredibly light. I held one of his guitars. I'll send you a link to the video from the trade show where we talked. It was fascinating. It's something he found, and in Japan they make little safes for their kimonos because they can't burn, and that wood doesn't burn, and it's incredibly light, and apparently has a lot of the same what's the word I'm looking for?
Sonic qualities?
Yes, of mahogany, or it's kind of similar. Apparently also being used for surfboards, and he found it because he, as a hobby, built surfboards, and
in Germany. You need surfboards in Germany.
Apparently, and so he's making some guitars out of it, and they are incredibly light, but resonate really well.
One of the things about, how anything, salt is good. You put too much salt and it's not very good, right? Well, light is good. You get too light, not so good. There was a momentary craze 3 years ago for something called Paulownia, or it's also called Empress wood, and it's unbelievably light. I mean, just like crazy light. It won't hold screws.
Ooh, okay.
So if we get too soft, there's nothing to hold the screws.
And then you might have to fill it with some hardening, whatever, and then it's not.
It just turns into a mess. I mean, it doesn't want to cut, and it doesn't want to hold screws, pull bridges right out of the body.
Yeah,
so you can go too far. There's a place where it's good, and then a place that's too far.
I just did some videos for the new Ibanez range, and this year they came out with some crazy woods on their guitars. They have some bodies out of Nayeto.
Okay.
I always said NATO, that's a thing that Trump's pissed off about, but then the rep said, no, it's Nayeto.
Yeah.
What do I know? And necks in strips of with Panga.
Never heard of it.
Loads of, looks like Wenge.
I actually have some books called Foreign Commercial Woods on the American Market. I'll have to look that up and see if I can find some information.
It looks extremely like Wenge. But maybe it's cheaper.
When you get to those really, really exotic things, then there isn't a consistent source of supply. You might buy, a few sticks, and you make something, then you develop a market, and people go, hey, I want some of that stuff, and you go, there is no more. I can't get it.
Given that it's Ibanez and that it's probably from the Indonesian factory for the less expensive models,
right?
There's probably a steadier supply of Panga than of Wenge, and probably cheaper to buy than the Wenge.
Yeah, Wenge is expensive.
So, but it looks pretty much exactly like it, and when I compared it to the Ibanez with the Wenge neck, it sounds round. It has the same kind of sonic quality. So, but it's interesting that now with CITES, people go in different directions. I noticed that you use Porphyro for fretboards.
It hasn't caught on as much as I thought it would. People seem to be very stubborn about staying with rosewood.
The Porphyro, I think, looks nicer. It's more figured and lighter.
The original complaint, because Tom Anderson's used it forever under the trade name Morado. Okay. Morado and Porphyro, same thing. And it's more of a light chocolate brown, milk chocolate kind of a look rather than a dark chocolate look. And so there was some initial resistance, I think, to just the color. People thought it was cheap rosewood. It's actually has more of the texture of ebony. I mean, it's very, very close grain. It's great material. It's hard as crap, hard to fret.
Then I don't know if I would like it. I don't have a guitar with Porphyro yet because I don't like ebony. Because of the close grain, because the fretboards get so dirty so quickly. Because
Porphyro.
Oh, as a top.
Just as a fluke, Alex said, make some crazy stuff, and we'll try it and see. And so
I love it. I love the figure.
Well, it's a really earth mothery kind of natural thing. Maybe out of the envelope that people expect from Friedman, because Friedman is sort of the nasty road dog kind of guitar. This may be too arts and crafts. I don't know. We'll try it and see.
Yeah. Is this just on top?
That's glue.
Okay.
For the two pieces were glued together.
Because it looks really much nicer here, but then
it hasn't been sanded.
That all comes off.
Yeah.
That is. I love. Really nice and light, and it goes into dark.
And you can see that the sort of book matched pattern.
And you can probably work that out a little bit more, the grain. It's easy for these types of guitars with the brown to look like your grandma's kitchen table.
Yeah, arts and crafts.
Yeah. Which is something I also said to one of those Ibanez's. I said, kind of looks like your grandma's kitchen table cut out.
Yeah.
But they understand. It's all in good fun.
There are consumers who really, gravitate to that kind of a look. I'm not sure if those are Friedman consumers, and we're going to find out. Because our thing has really been primarily built on real instruments that really look like old instruments. That's what there's a lot of people doing relic instruments, but a lot of them don't look right.
This can appeal to them easily. The one of the pictures that I saw of the new double humbucker Floyd modern thingy. You probably know which one I'm talking about. Really flamed, gray with blue on the outside, the blue burst. That's my jam, as they say in my hood.
Well, you're going to see something like that over in the other building.
Well, then why don't we go in there?
Let's go there.
This is going to look like one of your Instagram posts.
Apparently Jeff says he knows how to do his cameras. I'm scared. This is going to be great.
You're right here, right?
I'm Jeff.
Oh, right.
Hello.
You are?
Well, so we're now in another part of the workshop where pretty things happen. Not Jeff. Oh, this is light. God. Now I want it even more. Look at that, as they say in Hungary. That is, apart from the fact that it has a Floyd, why? But it has 24 of those metal things. Are they stainless?
Yeah.
Stainless metal things. And here's something I'm going to throw in Friedman people's face. The one thing that's insanely super sexy on Friedman guitars are the really small dots, the little surround dots. Where are they? Because that is so freaking... Look at these. These are the sexiest freaking dots on any guitar because they're subtle and nice. Now, where are they? God, this guitar's light. But once the strings go on here, it's gonna weigh a lot more, right? This stained neck, it's just maple. But look at it. I want... My next Friedman, I want that. I think every Friedman should be like that, because why not do it when you can do it? Grover.
Yes, I didn't do it.
No, I think you did.
I never had sex with that woman.
I did.
Okay. You and Bill Clinton.
Why not just do that on every guitar? Like, if you can do it, why not do it? Oh, come on!
Because it's not traditional, and
Fuck
I'm
tradition.
happy to do it.
Fuck tradition.
Okay.
Are you looking at the same thing I'm looking at? Come on. Avi, this...
We've just made a change in our program.
But I mean, this could be the branding thing. All the guitars are great. This is just amazing. And then we have staggered tuners, wolf locking, open something, hip shot.
Yep.
I love it. Modern features. Why the fuck is this so light?
It's just a light piece of wood.
I love
That's a basswood body.
The only thing I said that I would love it, I love the Friedman-y small hollow dots. I'm missing that.
Yeah.
It's a choice that you made, and you should have made differently.
Well,
I'm just saying.
We can do it for you.
That's the attitude.
It's called custom shop.
It's called, I was just gonna go there. Shut up, Jeff. I know how to sell you a thing. Is someone shaving behind us? Sounds like someone's shaving.
No, it's a Dremel. It's somebody making noise.
Sorry. That's fine. Do your thing. Okay, this is awesome. Would have been so funny if he had been shaving. So here we have green.
Yeah, that's our Reseda green. I prefer Gator green, but they didn't like that, so it's Reseda green.
I wouldn't know what Gator green looks like.
Well, to me that looks like swampy, nasty.
You just meant the name. You don't like the name. I thought it's a different kind of green.
No.
It's really difficult to make a green guitar look good, and this looks good.
Thank you.
It's because it's got that tiny little bit of yellow in it.
Yeah.
Light.
That's actually the maple sort of shining through that comes through, because the maple doesn't look yellow, but it actually is pretty darn yellow.
It should be song. It's the maple shining through. Shouldn't there be song?
Huh? We're going to share writing credits on that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Now I have to write that.
Finally, I'm going to get some retirement money.
And Porphyro?
That's a rosewood board.
Okay. See, I don't know the difference.
It just hasn't darkened up. It needs to be oiled.
And I love. That's something I wanted to ask.
Okay.
Here we have the little cutout for the truss rod adjustment thingy.
Wheel rod. Yes.
Yeah, because he wanted the pickup close enough.
Well, yeah. Well, I wanted a double action rod that you didn't have to take anything apart to try to adjust.
Now, why is that on all the guitars except on the Metro Ds?
What?
The truss rod adjustment.
It's the same rod. Well, Metro D wouldn't have made sense to do it, but it's an angled head. Traditionally, you'd expect that to be a head adjuster. So,
but it's so much easier when it's there. And all the Friedmans have it there.
Traditional to have on an angle head, to have it to be a head adjuster.
But Friedman guitars aren't about tradition. They're about modern features on traditionally feeling guitars.
I'll talk to Dave.
I'm just saying, because
that would be a Dave thing.
Because we looked at that in the shop, and for me, this is a huge point of taking a classic shape and all this, but giving it the modern features that make it easier to handle. And then I look at the Metro D, and it's got the traditional truss rod adjustment.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit disappointed. I gotta say that.
Really?
Because I love that. That's so awesome. Anyway, I'll stop criticizing and then start again. Then we have something new that they're doing. Oh wait! I thought it's all the way like this. I saw one at the shop that's all but this is, this is all cool and roughly kind of like Zandberg does with a lot of their basses, okay? And I expected it to be all around like this, because why not? But then, when you turn it around, as they say in Portugal, get this.
Is that what they say in Portugal?
Yeah, totally.
Hey, look, the truss rod adjustment.
There you go. So, wow, that has to be tough to do. So without a binding, you go straight to a high gloss, ultra figured top, which has to be veneer.
No,
right?
it's 1/4 inch thick.
What?
Well, it's about 150 thousandths thick. This, you see how it goes from the stripy thing to the black thing?
Yeah.
The black thing is this thing.
technical terms.
It's a thick top. Yes.
Really?
It's a standard drop top guitar.
Really?
Yeah, you can see it all the way around.
Ah.
Yeah.
What the? And the what? Huh? So these will be unpayable, I was going to say. Now I'm translating German. Unbezahlbar. Die werden unbezahlbar sein, as we say in Germany. So this simply will be out of everyone's price range because that has to be like $50,000.
Thank you.
I mean, come on.
That sounded like an offer.
Sold.
Sold.
We take credit cards.
Damn it. I don't have that. I have a tenth of that as my limit. Only after I called the bank and said, please give me more limit. I'm going to the US. That is stunning. And I love the, wait, what is that? But that's like a veneer on the headstock there. And then also with the staggered. And here, for all you numbnuts that say, you don't need locking tuners on the guitar that has...
It just makes it easier to change the strings. Just thread them through and lock
Okay,
down.
can you please say that again in the camera for all those people that disagree with me?
Well, it's not necessary. It's just easier.
They're saying...
It doesn't cost us any more to put the locking thing on there, a couple of bucks, and it just makes it easier to change strings.
I'll bitch on every guitar that's in a higher price range. Anything over 900 to 1,000 should have locking tuners. And then people say, yeah, but it's got a Floyd and a locking nut.
Right.
But it's not about tuning stability. It's about making string changes faster. That's
Correct.
all that it is.
Correct.
And this doesn't help you with the string change. This does.
Yes, sir. What you said.
I'm not an authority. He is. So trust him. So where did the blue thing go that I love so much?
The blue thing.
Mr. Shaveman has it.
There you go. Fork it over.
Talk it over. We can't.
You paid for it already?
Put it up in the light
Hey, it's
because we
credit
can't
card,
actually.
dude.
There we
You're
go.
gonna stitch him up.
Now we still can't really see it. I'll let Jeff do the thing. He knows his stuff.
Hand jobs?
Yikes.
Right next to the mic, really?
Yeah.
You guys know that I don't
Make you work
edit
for the money,
videos.
bro.
I'm just letting you guys know. This is a one take kind of a thing. So let me show this on this side because I think the light
Go right
really
ahead,
sucked
yeah.
over there. This is also light, talking about light. This is my jam. This is my kind of a guitar, except for the Floyd and the 24 frets. But look at the little dots. Gorgeous. And it has locking tuners, staggered. Ebony fretboard.
It is indeed.
It's almost as if I, after all these years, start to know woods. Yeah, this is my favorite color of guitars. Why is Jeff? Jeff is like,
The only
nope.
reason you know it's ebony is because it's the only black fretboard wood that ever comes on anything.
Why is Jeff? I just met Jeff today and he's already making fun of me.
We friends.
We're friends apparently. Okay, let me sell you a product, asshole. This would be my kind of a guitar.
I'm holding your camera.
Well, how about you shut it with the trap shutting? Go ahead, flip it. 5-position switch, or
Super switch.
for the French, le 5-position switch. I do speak French fluently. So that's nice. So we have single coil or an in-between thing?
It's inners and outers. It's a north and a south, so it stays humbucking in 2 and 4. You're getting one coil out of here and one coil out of here and one coil out of here and one coil out of here.
I
You're getting
love
a
that.
screw and a pole and a screw and a pole.
Possibly a little bit in the way, but what do I know? And we have no pulleys. But that color, look at it! I want to lick it really bad because then it's mine, but then I'm getting Namthrax again. I licked too many guitars last year, so I can't.
Guitars?
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Much information.
If I rub that on my junk, is it mine?
Definitely.
When the camera's off, we're gonna rub it on everyone's junk that's here.
Do you have a zoom lens?
I don't like Jeff anymore. Jeff's not a likable guy, is he?
Nobody likes Jeff.
That's what I thought.
I've known Jeff for years. I don't even like Jeff.
Here we have, look at that. Le Metal pickup. for 3 things with the things.
Vintage S.
That one. With metal pickouts, nice. Ah, I get it because of Friedman.
Metal.
Nice. So everything gets plecked here.
Yep.
On this pleck station, where you put things in, and then it measures, and then you with the strings on, and then you take the strings off, and then it shaves things, and then it makes it a lot better and something about leveling. I had that done at Thomann. Watch my plecking at Thomann video. It's really interesting. And Le German machine, made in Berlin by pleck people. If you have a lot of money and you really care about your instrument, you have that. Makes your life easier, right?
It's a magic box.
Let's not talk about magic boxes. Okay. What?
Go that way.
I'm supposed to go this way. Apparently I'm not done. What do I know? Welcome to the middle of the video where randomly you see this now. Because right now we're actually after the video, but we went back
Where are you going?
with time machines. What the?
He walked in the back of your video and then just was, oh shit, and turned around and left.
That's fine. You're allowed to do that.
Tonto doesn't get to do anything.
Tonto?
That's his name.
How about Grover is talking about guitar stuff? Here we go.
So it's one of the things that people seem to like, that I came up with a few years ago, was pinning the neck on to the body with 2 steel dowel pins, so that you don't have any neck shift. One of the things about bolt-on guitars that people have complained about over the years is, am I going to get this in here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am. It's going to go just like that.
It's a perfect fit because you machined it.
So, then we still put the standard 4-bolt and 4 screws in, but there is no shift. If you hit the guitar hard enough to move the neck sideways, you've broken the neck or the body. That's that.
Ah. There's more. Oh, wait, I just noticed something. No, it's not. I thought the pink is a reflection from this, but
No,
it's not. Is that actually in there?
Yep.
Can I lift that up?
Yep.
I would have done it
It's
even if
obviously
it's
not finished. It's going to become much more vibrant than that, but yes.
Kind of matches your
It's actually
sweater.
more- it's sort of a fuchsia, purpley thing.
Well, seriously, it kind of looks like your sweater.
Those are my logo colors, right there. This is, my house has those colors. I'm not shitting you. This is my house. My house is this color, like a turquoise, with an 8-meter high purple 42 on it. Like the whole height of the house. This, who owns this? Can we kill him?
Rob.
Who's Rob and why does he own
His
this?
partner.
Well, fuck you, Rob. Rob, we're gonna have to talk. Is that Rob's personal guitar?
Yeah.
No, Rob, it's not anymore. Rob and I, we're gonna have to have a serious discussion about ownership of certain instruments that I've just discovered.
That's a really special top. That's called angel wing figure, and very unusual, very difficult to get.
But you can get another one, right?
I have 2. The second one is not quite as good as that. It's 2 pieces that came out of.
Well, then Rob can get the second one, right?
I have to say, your face is pretty fantastic when you saw that. Just framed in this thing and you holding this guitar is so good.
Look at it.
You see the way the figure sort of stacks up.
Yeah, and the color boring. No. I need Rob's number.
Okay.
And stuff I can use against him. Like if he's got a drug habit or something, or
No, it's the little boys.
See, now we're talking. Like
Catholic.
I was just gonna say, like if he's got a woman on the side, I need anything I can use against him. Wow. People. Wow. And now imagine this one with a dark neck and a light fretboard.
Could do.
Holy shit. shit. Colin, my precious. Wow. Oh, this is wrong. Why? I don't like. Rob's a nice guy, and now I don't like him anymore.
You guys look like creepy guys, like walking through the bag. You saw the camera and like slowed down.
Painty room? You spray things with painty things?
Yes.
Yeah, so it gets hot in here, right?
In the summertime.
You have no air? You do understand that your shop is... Why are you filming? Film us? Ah, Jeff doesn't know how this works. But at least he's pretty.
So I like point up here, right? Down here?
This is such a professional video.
Right.
Well, at least the guitars that come out of here are amazing. The video is not. You're in Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they give you air conditioning?
There's not even insulation.
Oh yeah. Point up there.
So it's no insulation.
This is the guy you hired to do videos for you. This is... I
don't know this guy.
Yeah, this is bad choice. I gotta talk to Avi. Yeah,
this room is a really old building, and it doesn't have gas, so we can't have heat in the winter, and it has no insulation, and so it gets really warm in the summer.
It doesn't get really cold here, and in California, if you wear a sweater or something, then that's okay. But in the summer,
it's sort of what you get used to. I ran this company in Chicago for a while, and actually I was there one year. It was 25 below zero and 50 below zero wind chill. But in the spring, it would get to be 40 degrees, which is, in California, people are freezing at 40 degrees. In Chicago, you see people in shorts and a t-shirt jogging at 40 degrees. It's like, oh man, it's warm. In California, people have got, two sweaters and a jacket.
It's right, it's what you're used to.
Yeah.
But I don't do well in the heat. And I lived here for 6 years, so I know how hot it gets in the summer.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah. And then you gotta work.
You just go naked. Just take your clothes off.
We'll be back with the camera in the summer, testing if everyone here actually is naked.
In that booth.
In that booth. Wow. Too much information, but then again, the channel you're on, that's what you get. This was very interesting. There's more. Jeff's always like, Henning, stop saying stop. There's more.
Nothing in here, I don't think.
Also, it has to remain closed at all times.
There's a couple things in here. A couple shiny green things.
Oh, in that something Reseda?
Reseda green.
Reseda green. Reseda, wait, isn't that a town?
Yeah, that's where the name came from. We just made it. I wanted to call it Gator green, but I didn't like that, so it's Reseda green.
Beautiful top on that one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Really nice.
It's turned out to be a really popular color.
Green isn't easy to do. Oh, I love that it's a brighter color in the back, or is it still going to be darker?
Oh, it's going to be dark. Yeah.
Damn it, that's beautiful. Is it going to be just black?
Black.
Ooh! Oh! That's a sexy blue. But I would just go with the natural back. Yeah, with a dark blue, okay, yeah.
There's a black one.
It's always like so sad because you can't get the grain out the same in the black.
You can't. But people seem to like that color, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, everyone here black, 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 and I'm the only one with a fashion sense. Oh yeah, that is interesting.
UV printed. Snake skin. So that's the reason you get that kind of details, because it was done with a UV printer.
Really cool.
Can't airbrush that. That's
no. I mean, you have to be. It's a special kind of a thing. Wouldn't be my thing. I like grains and funky colors. Who would have thought? It's a secret. Very nice. And there's of course, another Reseda green one. We're talking away. There's of course another Reseda green one.
And then there's another Reseda green one.
There's of course another Reseda green one. As long as we're having fun, I'm all good.
And a bunch of pine tellies.
Not painted.
Not yet. Just had first coat.
Oh, okay.
It sucks all. It's so soft. It sucks all the paint up. We won't get much done with those until next week after NAMM.
The life after NAMM, right? That's the thing with NAMM show ahead. Everyone's planning NAMM, and that's the big thing that us YouTubers and manufacturers, we work towards NAMM, and it's almost as if there is no life afterwards. But we kind of have to think about what we have to do once NAMM is over. Grover just said,
life actually sort of ends at about Thanksgiving, and then February, you come back.
How many NAMMs have you done? You said that earlier.
46. 46 years. 1973 it was the old Disneyland Hotel, which has been rebuilt, but in those days it was the lobby, and the whole show was 10 minutes. In and out, 10 minutes.
God, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if NAMM was 10 minutes?
Yeah, so it's changed a lot in 46 years.
If it was only 10 minutes, I wouldn't even have to come. I'd just go to a guitar summit in Germany, I'd be done. But now I have to run around there for 4 days.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't have to talk to you anymore.
Listen to
even better, you don't even have to talk to me anymore. You're gonna like that. And we got that out of the way. I'll be at the booth and we'll do silly stuff when we look at the guitars at NAMM and say, look, we've seen this and this. And I'll say Reseda green. And I'll make Rob trip. Oopsie, you fell on something sharp. How did that happen?
I think Grover's enjoying that too much.
I mean, it's game on because that guitar.
What guitar?
That one here, come with me. Don't you remember? Look at that. My precious. Look at that.
I'll see what I can do.
Look at that. This is literally a dream top. And this is not paint. Imagine if this gets the clear coat. Holy fuckola, as they say in Hungary.
Is that what they say in Hungary?
I don't know what they say, but they say something along those lines.
Okay.
This paired with the right, the color. Yeah, if that had.
So if you want to do this with, some kind of a fancy schmancy neck, we'll need to sort that out at the show, because there's already a neck made for this, and it's a standard neck. So before the standard neck gets glued in, we'll need to make that negotiation.
This could literally become the guitar that everyone talks about, because it's not even done, and look at it. That is, I'll have to talk to Rob, because I could does he have kids?
He does.
I can kidnap people.
There you go.
No, I don't do that. I could, maybe I can convince his kids to live with me till he gives me the guitar. But then I have kids, and I don't want that.
No.
Rob, we'll talk. Jeff, are we done yet?
Down.
Can we be done?
Yeah, I guess.
Can I have my check, please?
There you go.
Pay up, motherfucker!
That's right. Bring on the bucks, bitch.
I zoomed way into your face when you said that.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks, Grover. I guess thanks to Jeff was also here. Dennis is looking at me, and he can't stop this mess anyway.
It's called a train wreck.
A train wreck, yes. Links below to Thomann, where you have access to a lot of Friedman guitars, and animals at the end. Any preferences? Dogs, llamas, goats, cats, small cats?
Bunnies.
Bunnies. I have bunnies. you want bunnies at the pound or bunnies on a meadow?
Dealer's choice.
I want the bunnies on a plate with gravy.
No, we support animal rescues and stuff, and you know what? They don't eat them.
I thought that was the point.
Animals at the end.